Hello, Mr. Duru. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for asking. So, we finally diagnosed you with hypertension. Um, the reason for your ED visit was you presented to our ED with complaints of headache, dizziness, and blurred vision. We took your vitals. We ended up taking your blood pressure a couple times, and we averaged it out, and it was about 180 over 110. That's extremely high. Do you know what a normal blood pressure should be?
Nah, no one ever educated me on that. Dang.
Yep, so normal blood pressure would be below 120 over 80.
Oh my
So
goodness,
you
I'm
can
gonna die.
imagine, no, you're not going to die. We were able to treat you.
Oh.
You can imagine 180 over 110, how high that is, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yep, so we've also contacted your primary care provider, and he sent us your history of elevated blood pressure readings. I spoke with your primary care physician, and he talked about discussing lifestyle changes with you. There was no other significant past medical history except for the elevated blood pressure. Yeah, so I'm just going to explain your diagnosis that the doctor gave you, which was hypertension. So it means that your blood pressure is consistently too high, and it forces your heart to work harder than normal, which can damage your arteries and lead to serious health issues over time. Don't freak out. We're here to help you and treat you. In hypertension, your blood vessels become narrow due to plaque buildup, which is called arteriosclerosis. You don't really need to know the word. It's just, imagine there's a pipe, right? And water is trying to flow through the pipe, and there's plaque surrounding the pipe, making it harder for water to go through. Exactly. So can you imagine the pressure increasing in that pipe? Exactly. So that's what's happening in your arteries right now. So it's making it harder for your blood to pump through. And did you know what your blood actually carries?
No.
It carries oxygen. So, yeah, it carries oxygen to your vital organs, to your brain. Okay. So this is why you felt like those palpitations when you came in. And over time, this can lead to organ dysfunction and just overall bad things, which is why we want to get on top of that and control your blood pressure as soon as possible. Right. Okay. So we're going to be discharging you on a couple medications. Are you ready?
Man.
It's okay. Do you feel any concerns or anything you want to discuss with me about your diagnosis? Any questions you have about it? Are you sure? I'm here to explain anything, how to help you.
Eat my cheeseburgers?
Unfortunately, we're going to talk about diet a little later, but just to answer your question, we want to change your diet completely, right? Diet is the best way to lower your blood pressure and the easiest way and the least, the least invasive way to lower your blood pressure, right? So we want to stay away from things that are high in sodium and high in fat. And you tell me, do you think a cheeseburger is low in sodium and fat? What do you think?
I love cheeseburgers, but
I know, but don't you love your life?
I do.
I know, it's really hard. Honestly, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Changing from the things we love to do, lifestyle modifications, but I'm not telling you can never eat a cheeseburger again. I'm telling you need to significantly decrease the number, because I'm assuming right now, how many cheeseburgers would you say you eat a week?
Like 20.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to drastically decrease the number of cheeseburgers we're consuming, right? And it's all in an effort to help you. And I'm not telling you never eat a cheeseburger again, but just decrease your consumption, right? Moderation. Have you ever heard of that term, good things in moderation? Yeah, so that's what I want you to start thinking about as we move forward with your new diagnosis. So the first medication we're gonna discharge you on is called lisinopril. It's an ACE inhibitor. It lowers your blood pressure by kind of relaxing your blood vessels. So you know how I told you that you have like a pipe and it's clogged. We're gonna relax those vessels to aid in the smooth flow of your blood. I'm giving you, you were prescribed 10 milligrams and I want you to take it once a day. Side effects can be a high potassium level, cough, and dizziness, right? So if you develop a super persistent cough that you can't, it's too much for you, just call your primary care provider and let him know, and he'll try and prescribe you something different to help your blood pressure that doesn't cause a cough. but if you're able to handle it, it's a common side effect is that persistent cough, okay? And if you feel like an adverse effect of like, if you feel super nauseous or you start vomiting a lot or have excessive diarrhea or anything like that, just call your primary care provider and let him know what you're experiencing, okay? And do you know, do you take medications currently?
Tylenol every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna recommend that you get a pill organizer, right? To remind you to take your medications every day. Because it's definitely difficult going from not taking medications daily to starting to take medications daily and remembering to, open the bottle every day. So I'm gonna recommend to you that you go to the dollar store and buy yourself a pill organizer. They have ones that go by week and they have daily ones, and then just separate all your pills every day. So every morning, just wake up, pop it open. Monday's pills, take them. Pop it open. Tuesday's pills, take them. Makes it easier for you and more likely for you to stick to your medication regimen, all right? Next medication we're going to give you is amlodipine. It's a calcium channel blocker. It relaxes your blood vessels as well and helps improve blood flow. Some side effects might include swelling, dizziness, and flushing. If you experience any side effects that are too bad, just give your primary care provider a call, okay? And we're going to give you 5 milligrams of that daily, all right?
Wow, that's a lot of medication.
How
long would I be on it if you don't want me asking?
Indefinitely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people take blood pressure regulating medication, and it really helps them. Those headaches that you feel, they'll most likely go away or significantly decrease because there's no longer so much pressure, So it should really help you. Next, we have metoprolol, which is a beta blocker, and it reduces your heart rate and the workload on the heart. So your heart won't be pumping so fast, And we're gonna put you on 50 milligrams once daily. And then also we have hydrochlorothiazide, which is a diuretic, and it helps remove excess fluid and sodium, reducing your blood pressure. Wait, I
How many minutes is it?
42.
I'm asking a question.
All right, so next, we're gonna send you home on some statin, atorvastatin. Statins work by lowering your cholesterol levels, which reduce your cardiovascular risk. We're gonna send you home on 20 milligrams daily at bedtime. So this one, I want you to remember to take it at night. Don't worry, the instructions will be on the pill bottle, so you'll be okay, all right? And if you have any questions, you can call your pharmacy or your primary care provider.
Do I have to eat before taking any of this medication?
It will say on the medication packaging, but the only one that can be taken with or without food, amlodipine, that one can be taken with or without food, and then lisinopril and metoprolol can be taken with food. I actually recommend you to take them with food to not get an upset stomach, all right? But all of this, it will be on the packaging and also on the discharge papers that I'm gonna give you, okay? All right, and then your lisinopril and your amlodipine and your metoprolol, they can all be taken together. I want you to take your hydrochlorothiazide in the morning to avoid waking up 10 times in the night to pee. Because remember I told you it was a diuretic, it's gonna make you go to the bathroom. So I want you to take it in the morning so that doesn't disturb your sleep, okay? And again, it's gonna be on the packaging and I'm gonna give you some papers with it so you don't forget. And also, I want you to take your atorvastatin at bedtime, all right? All right, so now, in terms of activity, what do you do in terms of activity on a normal basis? Are you pretty active or more, what's your job? Do you work at a desk or are you more active?
I work at a desk.
Okay, wow, okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So what I want you to do at your desk, right, is every hour, take a look at the clock. What do you work, a 9 to 5?
9 to 5.
Okay, I want you to get up and take a lap around the office every hour.
People gonna think I'm crazy.
No, they won't. And it's for your health, okay? Right? So we have to be selfish with our health sometimes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what people think about you if you're reducing your blood pressure.
Okay.
You know what I
How
mean?
does that help?
Exercise contributes to lowering your blood pressure and overall cardiovascular health. Working your heart helps your heart. So you go from 9 to 5 sitting down in one place. You probably get up, go eat your cheeseburger, and come back and sit down. No good. I want you to look at the clock every hour. Set a timer on your watch. I see you have a watch. Go for a walk around the office. All right, that should help you a lot too.
Okay.
But you can gradually return to normal activities as tolerated. These are the doctor's orders. But I want you to avoid super strenuous activities until your blood pressure is under control. So until you get
I can't hoop my boys.
I mean, you can hoop. That's not super strenuous. I mean, like, don't lift super heavy weights.
Okay.
You know, don't try and like push a car or something.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so just avoid heavy lifting. Refrain from intense lifting and intense exercise. I feel like you can hoop. I don't feel like that, especially if that's something that you do pretty often. You can go ahead and do that. But until we get your blood pressure under control, just avoid super strenuous activities, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, and then I want you to monitor for persistent headache, severe dizziness, chest pain, or shortness of breath. If you experience any of these symptoms, I actually want you to just call 911, okay? Or
what if I ever experience like palpitations? Is that the word? I just keep.
you experience palpitations?
Yeah.
Do you currently experience them?
No.
All right, then
Every now and then.
I don't think you just start experiencing them, but if you do and you're concerned, it doesn't hurt to call your primary care provider, and if you feel like it's an emergency, call 911, all right? And come to the ER and get checked out, because again, it's better safe than sorry, okay? With all of this stuff, if you really feel like it's a concern and you know your body, right? You know when something's not right, call your primary care provider or call 911 or go to urgent care or go to the ER, okay? All right, and then again, I want you to return if that blurred vision comes back or if you feel sudden chest pain, shortness of breath. I want you to come back to the emergency department immediately, whether it be by 911 or you bring yourself, okay? And also, I want you to call your primary care provider if you have any questions or concerns about any of these things that I'm telling you or just about hypertension in general, okay? So now I want you to explain your diagnosis to me and explain the medication regimen or why you're on the medication.
Okay.
Just to see if you understood what was.
I understand that I can't eat no more cheeseburgers.
That's good. I'm not saying you can't eat any more at all.
Well, not 20 a week, which is not
Yes.
okay for me.
Yes.
I don't want to be too big.
Yes.
You know?
Well, okay.
More active, but avoid super strenuous activities. You know, so walking around my office, stuff like that. In terms of medication, those are big words, but
yeah, you don't have to explain each of the medications, but just kind of tell me what you think the medications are doing for you, so I can know that you know it's important to take these meds every day.
Reducing my blood pressure.
Yes.
And you said allowing the muscles to relax or something of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, yeah, just be, yeah. And then you said if there's any concerns or issues, because I know my body. If I feel like I'm gonna die or something, just call 911.
So do you understand the importance of adhering to your medication regimen?
Could you explain a little further? If I miss one,
Yeah.
is it gonna hurt me?
Sure. So again, right now you have severely high blood pressure. We're talking 180 over 110. Do you remember what I told you a normal blood pressure was?
It was like 120 over, I don't know.
80, yes, 120 over 80. So imagine how high yours is. And remember what I told you blood pressure is. It's that pressure on your arteries, right? Imagine pressure being high in the arteries that are carrying your blood. We don't want that.
Yeah.
So when we're prescribing you medications to lower your blood pressure, it's to decrease that pressure and on those arteries and the workload of your heart, right? Because we never want to overwork the heart. We never want to overstretch or apply too much pressure on our arteries because it can be fatal, right? So that's why we want you to adhere to your medication regimen and maintain taking it. And you don't just stop taking it, right? So if you take your blood pressure, and another really important thing that I'm sorry I forgot to mention is I want you to go and buy a blood pressure cuff. And I want you to be taking your blood pressure daily or every other day. It's self-monitoring. Or if you don't want to buy a blood pressure cuff, I understand times are hard. If you go to your local Walmart, there's a blood pressure machine reader in there. Local Walmart, local CVS, pretty much any store with a pharmacy, it has a blood pressure reader in it. So I want you, as pretty much as often as possible, I want you to take control of your health, okay? I want you to be taking your blood pressure and make it a point of duty to take your medication, okay? That's something you can take control of and you can do, okay? Sound good?
Sounds great.
And that's why it's so important to continue taking your medications. Even if, so what if one day you take your blood pressure and it's 121 over 83? What are you gonna do?
Good question. 120 over 83, that's good, right?
Yeah. So are you gonna just skip your medication for the day?
If I take it, won't it drop my blood pressure too low?
No. You never want to stop taking your blood pressure medication without contacting your primary care provider first.
So even my blood pressure is too low, let's say it's lower than usual, then what, do I still take medication?
You don't want to abruptly stop because there's something called rebound hypertension. When you abruptly stop taking your blood pressure because it's too low, because 121 over 83 is actually not too low, actually, because I told you I want it below 120 over 80. So you still actually have elevated blood pressure at that. But if you stop taking it abruptly, you can get something called rebound hypertension. And rebound hypertension means your hypertension is going to rebound back sky high, maybe even higher than what we started.
Oh no.
Because it's an abrupt change.
Oh no.
If you feel like you've done lifestyle modifications and diet changes and all that enough to control your blood pressure long term without the medication, I want you to reach out to your primary care provider and explain to him that you feel like you no longer need the blood pressure medication because of the lifestyle changes that you have made, okay? I never want you to abruptly stop taking.
So if it's like 110, over like 80.
Are you gonna stop taking it?
No.
Yes, good job. Yep, don't stop doing anything without contacting your doctor first, okay? Now, if your doctor gives you the okay to stop taking it, by all means, go right ahead, okay? All right, so now we're gonna talk about diet. So tell me what you eat in a day. On a normal day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, wake up to go to bed. Tell me what you're eating.
So I wake up in the morning, I grab me some pancakes, some bacon, and like 6 pancakes with a lot of syrup and butter on good food. And some sausages, like 2 or 3.
Can you speak up a little, Katie?
2 or 3 sausages, and and then fry some eggs. So that's my typical morning before I go to work.
You fry the eggs in oil?
Yeah.
Do you know what type of oil?
No, I don't know.
No, okay.
I just fry it.
It's probably vegetable oil.
Maybe, yeah, probably. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then in the afternoon, I go to my local Wendy's and McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
What sheets? Grab me a couple of cheeseburgers or little cheeseburgers.
Like how many?
I like Big Mac.
Okay.
Like 2 Big Macs.
Okay.
Apple pie and some fries, large fry with a Coca-Cola, large Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Yeah, I eat that. I feel good and happy. And late at night, my wife made me some steak and ribs, and most of the time, sometimes, that's what I like to eat most of the day.
All right. So a lot of red meat, a lot of high sodium foods, a lot of things fried in oil, a a lot of processed foods, a lot of what they call bad foods, right? All right. So I actually want you to take a food journal of what you eat for the next 2 days, just so you can really see what you're eating. You know what's considered good or what's considered bad. I never want you to actually cut anything out. Anything that you love to eat, you don't have to cut it out. I promise you, you don't. Right? Because it creates unsustainable habits. Completely cutting stuff out. If I tell you you cannot eat this anymore, you're gonna not eat it for 2 days and go and eat 10 of them the third day. Right? So I don't want you to cut anything out. I just want you to eat everything in moderation. 2 Big Macs is ridiculous. I'm sorry to say it. You do not need to eat 2 Big Macs. That's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. You do not need to eat 2 Big Macs.
So what am I gonna do?
So instead of,
I love Big Macs. Big Macs love me.
I know you love Big Macs and Big Macs love you, but that is too high in calorie, too high in fat, too high in sodium for someone who has high blood pressure. That's what's contributing.
Can I just get a salad from McDonald's too and eat?
I don't think McDonald's sells salads.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to still eat the cheeseburger, or you can cut down to a cheeseburger, 1 cheeseburger from McDonald's. You don't need a Big Mac. You don't need a Big Mac. You can do 1 cheeseburger, right? Or, also what I want you to do is start eating at home more.
Really?
Yes, start packing your lunch.
But that's too much work.
I know, but isn't it, don't you want to be alive and healthy and well? Do you want to have a stroke? At blood pressure is that high, you significantly increase your risk of stroking out. Do you know what comes with having a stroke? Sometimes people go paralyzed on one side of their body. Imagine your whole left side paralyzed. Right? So anything you can do to prevent that from happening, I 100% recommend it. It's the best course of action for you. And I'm just not telling you to stop eating. You can eat a Big Mac, right? Because you love them so much. But I challenge you to limit yourself to 1 Big Mac a week. Go from 20 to 1 a week. Please. For your sake. Please. And if possible, cut the Big Macs out for a little while, right? While we try to get your blood pressure under control, let's stay away from the Big Macs, okay? All right, so I want you to emphasize fruits and vegetables. Name me some vegetables that you like.
Oh, love me some watermelons.
I said vegetables, but okay.
Oh, fruits. Oh, fruit. Well, because fruits, I like me some watermelon, grapes.
I said vegetables.
Broccoli.
Okay.
Cabbages.
Okay, that's good.
You know, like me some asparagus too.
That's good.
So,
Wonderful.
I eat that every now and then, but maybe more often.
Yes, I want you to start eating foods like that way, way, way more often. I want you to have at least 1 serving of fruit and 1 serving of vegetable with every meal, right? So name me some fruits that you like.
Oh, I love me some cantaloupe.
Okay.
Some watermelon.
Okay.
Some grapes.
Okay.
I love all fruits.
Okay, beautiful. So I want you to have 1 serving of fruit, 1 serving of vegetable with every meal. Okay? Every meal. Aim. So no more cheeseburger with french fries. I want you to have, if you want to have that cheeseburger, I need you to have a side of vegetables with it, okay? And then an apple with it, okay? All right?
Yeah.
And then also, what kinds of proteins do you eat? I see that you do like protein, right? Sounds like you like steak, you like ribs, you like... But I want you to stay away from red meat, if possible. I want you to go to more lean meat, like ground turkey, all right? Or chicken breast,
Chicken
right?
wings.
Sure, chicken wings are fine, a good source of protein. You know, try to stay away from, and if you're having it, try not to deep fry it and smother it in gravy and sauce, and you know what I mean? You can have like your lean steak and then just eat the steak with some vegetable. Yeah. Also, I do want you to increase your water intake because it sounds like you drink a lot of soda.
Yeah.
Which is bad for you. How much water do you drink a day?
Probably around like a bottle.
Yeah, that's not enough water for you, okay?
No.
Okay?
Okay.
So I want you to increase your water intake, at least aim for 4 bottles a day or 5 bottles a day. Okay? So with every meal, you should be drinking a water bottle. All right? You're eating food and not drinking any water.
Yeah, that's true.
So that should also help you a lot too. So what do you think are what a full day of eating should look like?
Chicken breast.
No, tell me breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Breakfast. Some oatmeal. With water or maybe some orange juice. And then in the afternoon, I want to say the Big Mac, but you can try. Since I like protein, you can try some chicken.
Okay. Like what? Chicken?
You can try chicken breast.
Okay.
And every now and then mix it up with some chicken wings. But make sure like you have, probably like salad or salad.
Some type of vegetable.
Avoid sucking the wrong juices or
What?
get some water. More water.
Can you speak up a little?
More water.
Okay.
More voice.
Oh, okay.
And then I can still have my steak, but you said lean, so maybe not too much seasoning or anything.
Avoid the salt. Excess salt. You don't need to put excess salt. You know they make salt-free seasonings.
Okay.
Yeah. So look into that.
Okay.
Seasoning your foods with salt-free seasonings, especially now that your blood pressure is so high.
Okay.
All right, because we want to avoid what? Sodium. Foods high in sodium. And what is salt? Salt is sodium. All right? Sound good? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No. I think I understand what I need to do to take control of my health. And I'm going to do what I gotta do today.
There we go. I love to hear that. And one last thing I want to tell you is I want you to start going on walks.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 150 minutes of exercise per week significantly decreases your risk of cardiovascular disease. How much exercise would you say you get per week?
Not that number, but something.
Something?
Yeah.
I want you to set a timer for about 30 minutes a day. Find 30 minutes in your day. If that means you have to wake up 30 minutes earlier or go to bed 30 minutes later, and just walk. Okay? Just walk.
Sounds good.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Any questions whatsoever?
No.
Are you sure?
100%. Thank you for all your help today.
You're welcome.
I will see you again. You're a wonderful nurse.
You're welcome. And I just want you to teach back. Just hit the overall high points of everything that I taught you today, please.
I will.
No, just say it to me right now so I can know that you.
So start with diet, making sure that I eat healthy, which consists of making sure I have my fruits and veggies. Avoid drinking, soda, more water intake. Also making sure that I avoid red meat. And then also for medication, making sure I do not miss it because we don't want to rebound hypertension. Be more active, going on walks, but not doing anything too strenuous. I think that's pretty much it for the most part.
Yeah, and then just call if you have any questions or concerns.
Yeah.
And you know your body, you know when something's not right. The same way you came into the ED here today because of the blurred vision and the headaches. All right, nice meeting with you, Mr. Duru. I hope to never see you again in here, okay?
Amen. Thank you.
All right, you have a nice rest of your day. Someone is going to come in and give you your discharge papers and going to sign you and get you on your way, okay?
Cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a great one.
You too.